The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our and with Creek.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 2. Nurkic kicks to Little. Lillard misses. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Beverly for 3. A second chance effort. Out to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Beverly. From deep. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Wow, Patrick Beverley, barely 6 feet. Send it back, young Patrick.
They get it back. Outside for George. Back to Leonard. The 3. But they'll get another chance. Beverly the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Lillard outside. Buries the jump shot.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And Beverly kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Back to Lillard. Outside Covington. Jones looking for an opening. Little with the ball. Leonard's there. Leonard with the steal. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Nobody near Lillard. Off target with his 3.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Outside Leonard. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
Lillard. Oh!
My goodness.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Morris outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Rondo with some nice D. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his
old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles comes in for Little. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Trailblazers trail by 3. Down low. Giles kicks to Cantor. Kennard against McCollum. Tries again. Here's Cantor. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Oturu, the pass to Kennard. 3-pointer. The Clippers rebound. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Giles. Now Powell. Kennard covering. McCollum passes to Powell. Shot clock at 5. From about 19 feet, Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
The Clippers trail. Jackson with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Count that one. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high, because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
On the wing, Jackson. Back to Kennard. Passes it to Oturu. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Cullen passes to Anthony. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find many players in the league that are as strong in the mid-range as Melo.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Here's Oturu. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Here is Lillard. 5 points in the game. Over Beverly. Portland again missing. The Clippers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Nasir Little picks one up.
Well, make no mistake, Paul George is a physical guy. He will not shy away from contact on these moves.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's George. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Here's Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic, but boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
The passing skills of Paul George are simply impressive. This guy is terrific at realizing when he needs to give it up.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the shot is good.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Outside Leonard. Here's Nurkic. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Los Angeles.
Kevin, thanks. Here.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. They were outscored. And that...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Portland trailing here. They've got Jones. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. One-on-one here. Here's Leonard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Leonard's got the first points of the second half here for the Clippers. Lillard against Rondo. And Kanter throws it down.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Now Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, George. From deep three-point range. Rebound by Nurkic.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Simons has got the lead up to 1 now for Portland. Poked loose and stolen by Lillard. At the elbow, Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Lillard, the pass to Little. Beverly against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Second chance shot. And there's the pass to Little. Lillard from outside hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Pass to Oturu. Just 4 to shoot. Left side, Leonard. Tries again. Pass to Oturu. Kicks it out to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Los Angeles with some changes. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far for the Trailblazers. Harry Giles is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Little. And Norman Powell subbed in for Damian Lillard. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. The 3 from Anthony. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
McCollum outside. The pass to Giles. Stolen by Zubac. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Portland leading. 43 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. McCollum. And the rejection by Zubac. Good. Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. That one good for 2.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Jackson down low, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Harry Giles. Little comes in for Anthony. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Jackson. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Leonard with the ball to tie it up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to rest of the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Outside, George. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Lillard way outside. They grab their own miss. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And George, here we go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
And George drops them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. And it's sent back by George.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. How fast does he get off his feet?
And he makes the bucket. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
It's tipped and stolen by Lillard. One-on-one fast break to halt the run.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Pass to Beverly. Back to George. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's 13 points for George.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. 1:49 left in the game. For the three. No good there. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here's George. He shoots again. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor, and Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. George from deep three-point land, and again, no good by the Clippers. The Trailblazers shooting for the game at 42%. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 16-7 run. Leonard the pass to Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Lillard dishes to Little. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three-point range.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
George finds Leonard. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Little kicks to Jones. Clock at 6. Lillard from outside. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. From deep. They get it back. Out to Morris. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at center. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Little. And it's Lillard in at point. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Lillard fires away from way outside. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waste.
Lillard outside. The pass to Little. It's Covington on the wing. Outside, Jones. Lillard from outside. James Harden with the rebound.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Lillard again missing.
And all the trapping
had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Harden.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Quick and strong and determined. Harden has it all when it comes to scoring in the paint.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Oh, and here comes Kevin Durant all alone. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Lillard scanning the floor. Over Harden. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Durant against Lillard. From deep three-point range, Durant, no good.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Well, now that they have that monkey off their back, hopefully they can settle down and execute.
Now, here is Irving. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Here is Harden, following the score by Damian Lillard. Had the space there, but it's offline. Jones finds Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Great D that time from Irving. Nets leading by 6. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Irving from long range. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. The shot by Powell, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Powell against Harden.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. He cannot get his shots to drop.
Anthony. Pass to Giles. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
The Nets with the lead. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Harden. Outside Irving. And that time, also a missed shot. Powell kicks to McCollum.
And Harden showing great strides of improvement on D. Really doing his best to bother shooters.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked him.
I know that when the main guy.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And it's Anthony with the jam.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 6 points.
Continues to try his luck from way outside. McCollum knows he has the range to knock these down.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Griffin passes to Brown. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. He competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Here's Irving after the Trailblazers pick up 2, and he makes that one.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Pass to Kanter. Kicks to Anthony. Dishes to McCollum. Passes it to Giles. Back to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Kanter inside. Griffin on him. A 3 from McCollum. Here's Giles. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Damian Lillard in for C.J. McCollum. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Harris. Nets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. The pass to KD. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving is proven to be a sensational teammate.
Lillard way outside. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And that would have been a big 3 if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
And here's Irving. He's got 10 from deep. Offensive rebound.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Lillard outside. From deep 3-point range, drills the 3-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Here's Irving. Outside, KD. Pass to Claxton. On the wing, Brown. Takes a 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
For these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Count the basket.
Whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
Now, here is Irving. 40 seconds left in the second quarter. For 3, Durant. And it's Portland with the rebound. Right side, Jones. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Pass to KD. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. And it's Jones. That's on the assist by Anthony. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
That's a 2 from Lillard. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, what a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Harris in at the small forward. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Brooklyn trailing. Irving looking for an opening. He kicks it to KD. 6 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
As lanky as he is, you would think it'd be easy to throw Durant around and off balance, but nope. Even with contact, he'll still finish.
And here's Brooklyn. Now Harden. Puts up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Yeah, with no defensive pressure at all, you've got to be able to make that exchange.
So for the Nets, Griffin comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for Kyrie Irving. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And Harden launches it from deep. And Cantor pulls it down.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute to that.
Yeah. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Harden against Jones. Here's the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Outside, Jones. Lillard from outside. Good on the triple. Lillard's got 14 points.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
And there's the call on Jones. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. KD can't get it to go.
Well, that's just a lucky break from deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nets trail by 4. Durant, the pass to Griffin. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Little. And it's Powell in for Anthony Simons. And a change for the Nets. Brown's checked in. A shot by Harden. Wide open. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harden's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nets.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
It's good. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
And here's Harden for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, and Harden is very good at picking apart the D on the pick and roll. Whether he's dishing the rock or shooting, the D has no idea how to slow him down.
McCollum fires from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Brown finds Harden. Launches a 3. They get it again. And Griffin stays with it. And the Nets lead by 2.
Now, the aggression that Griffin plays with, I mean, that's what sets him apart, whether he's attacking the basket or getting after it on the offensive glass like he does right here.
And McCollum launches it from deep. The Trailblazers rebound. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Passes to Griffin. Harden outside. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Shot clock reset for the Nets. There's Brown with the 3. Can't hit that one. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's McCollum. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually, he drops those in between jumpers.
How about that?
Whoa, that's some range right there, guys. The prayer is answered.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Portland out in front. They lead by 1. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Oh, beautiful feed. Always a luxury to have a big man who can see the whole floor.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Little. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Lillard attack. Oh, the power on that threw-down.
Wow. Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. Irving with it. Now the pass to Harden. From deep. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Looking to get it going. McCollum, no good. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Harden outside. This one for 3. And it's rebounded by Covington. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And the basket by Harden.
And he's caught fire from long range here in the second half.
So it's Portland now. They trail by 1. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He lost his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Harden outside, shoots the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Harden's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Lillard way outside. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Look, the more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Kicks it to Harden. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Lillard from outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game. Harris passes to Harden. Nets passing it around. Shot clock at 6. A 3 ball. Again, the miss by Harden.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 1. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by KD.
Durant covers a ton of ground with this lift, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Stolen by Durant. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Jones against Durant. It's good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
They get it back. Nurkic. Outside, Jones. Lillard with no one around. Good! And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
To the middle. Yes!
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Jones now atop the key. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. They get the rebound.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
It's more than just being in the right place at the right time. I mean, he's been active and aggressive.
And a deep 3 from Harden. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the top.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Little, and it's Lillard in at the 1.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Lillard throws it down.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Middleton outside. Trying to get open is Lopez. Shot's good by Middleton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Nurkic. That's a 2 from Lillard. Rebound by Brook Lopez. On offense here, the Bucks. Pass to Holiday. Nurkic with the block. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Little dishes to Covington. Pass to Little. Lillard looking around. Kicks it out to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. The feed to Lopez. Yep, that one goes.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Lillard against Holiday. And it's Lillard again missing.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. To the inside. Nurkic with the steal. Jones, that's for 2. And the rejection by Giannis. Kicks it down to Middleton. The tray. And it's Portland with the rebound.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Lillard finds Covington. Lillard outside. From 12 feet out, he squares up and sinks it. Lillard's got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Well, like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here is Forbes. And Tucker has it in the corner. Portis, the pass to Forbes. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Good D by McCollum.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Takes the 13-footer, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Here is Forbes. He is guarded by McCollum. The shot's good from Forbes.
And, you know, he's not a big guy, but Forbes has added some muscle to his frame, and it came into play there. Nice job overpowering the defense on that possession.
Now here's Anthony. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Giles the pass to Carmelo. Another shot. Cantor kicks to Anthony. McCollum right side. Again, McCollum missing.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 2 from Portland. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was...
For me personally, I just want...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Tucker can't get it to go. Portland trailing here. Giles the pass to McCollum. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Passes it to Portis. Nice move. And Portis throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And the basket by McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
For 3, Middleton. The rebound by Giles. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Powell's got his first bucket of the night. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Connaughton passes to Middleton. Powell with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Finished off the break. McCollum's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
And there's the pass to Covington. On the wing, Jones. Kicks it out to Covington. Holiday against Lillard. Unloads. No good on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Floats it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Lillard against Holiday, and Lillard kicks to Jones. Tipped away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Connaughton. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Connaughton passes to Holiday. Back to Connaughton. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Powell. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. Holiday looking for an opening. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Middleton's got 5 now.
Boy, when you've got the jump shot that Chris Middleton has, you're always a weapon, which means you help create spacing for your teammates.
McCollum outside.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's a wrap for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside, Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Pass to Holiday. Puts the move on. Trying to get open is Lopez. Little passes to Lillard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he knocks down the jumper. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Middleton looking it over, and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. They grab their own miss. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. From downtown, Nurkic the pass to Little. Over in the corner, Lillard. 5 on the clock. Goes back up, and he gets the bucket. Lillard's got 8 points.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Enes Kanter. Milwaukee shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And the Bucks with some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
Jones against DiVincenzo. Out to the wing. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Forbes dishes to Middleton. The 8-footer. Yep, that one goes in there. Middleton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. Portis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
He had 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
And so he hits both. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. So the wing on the left. McCollum outside. Here's Lillard. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a much different version of him in this half, guys. He's been sharper, more focused, and more assertive.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. And it's Powell in for Lillard. Forbes can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Pass to Tucker. Now Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
McCollum outside. The 11-footer, the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by McCollum. Passes it to Portis. And it's blocked. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Knocked loose. Shot clock at 2. Powell with the steal. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Holiday finds Giannis. Holiday goes in. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Kanter. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And the dunk by Powell.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. Giannis inside. He's against Kanter. Antetokounmpo, no good. Inside. The shot by Powell, no good. And And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and had... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Derek Jones. Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. On the wing, Jones. Defended by DiVincenzo.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
For the Trailblazers, Little, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. Outside Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. The pass to Middleton. Feeds to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Holiday against Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. Now DiVincenzo to tie it up. Lopez, great positioning on the putback. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Lillard dishes to Jones. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. The kick out to Holiday. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Shot clock at 3. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Nice open look, but it's no good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Lillard, the pass to Jones. Pass to Little. Here's Lillard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Holiday.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 3. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. On the wing, DiVincenzo. To the middle. Lopez kicks it to Tucker. Clock at 4. Back to Lopez. To the right side. Launches it. And again, the Bucks miss. Trailblazers leading by 3. Cantor trying to free himself up. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Here's Middleton. Back to Tucker. Throws it down as the official. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The putback, money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And what about the composure of Lopez? Fantastic.
It's McCollum on the wing. 40 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Lopez with the block. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's Holiday. There's the feed to Lopez.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard outside. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Little. Money!
Yeah, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
Let's face it, really difficult to find an open 3 in this situation. Look, there's no secret. It's the only shot that'll save him. So the D is all over the perimeter guarding that three-point line.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard. Little out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Jones in at the 2. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Jones.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Now Beverley for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. About a minute played so far here in the first. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Damian Lillard. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Jones the pass to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Covington with the steal.
Get on down.
Jones in the post, defended by George. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. Trailing by 5. Looking to end the run. Jones, no luck.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor is checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Cousins kicks to Batum. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. Anthony dishes to McCollum. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time. And a great play on the ball.
Here's Simons. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter of the game. Portland again missing.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Now here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cousins, the pass to Rondo.
Come to me, come to me.
Second shot opportunity. That one wide left. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Anthony to stop the drought. Passes to Simons. Anthony on the wing. And he banks in the layup.
Melo being ultra aggressive now. You give him a lane to the basket, you're going to get results like that.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Anfernee Simons. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Cullen passes to Carmelo. Cantor against Cousins. Cantor inside, banked in off the glass.
With a number of go-to moves and a soft touch, Cantor can crush you inside.
Here's Jackson from deep three-point range. The offensive rebound. Here's Cousins. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Anthony in at the 3. Here's Jackson, following the score by Damian Lillard. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 3.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, that's going to help out the team.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
The pass to Zubac. Here's Mann. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Anthony after the basket by Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by Covington.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second basket of the game.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Pass to Kennard. Lets it go with a 3. That one, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Little, he's checked in for Anthony. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now, here is George. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From deep. And the Clippers miss again.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Simons, that's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many of the guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
McCollum, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Out to Morris. There's the triple. And another three for the Clippers.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Now here's McCollum. Over Beverly. He is hauled in by Beverly.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And it's George missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kicks it out to McCollum. For the three. Here's Cantor. McCollum outside. Second chance shot. Again, McCollum missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And here's McCollum. After Paul George getting his three to go. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bounce pass Anthony. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 5 rebounds tonight. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early. First free throw is good.
We've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Beverly after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic. And here is Zubats.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubats, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
Now here is George. The dish to Leonard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Leonard's got 10 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Now Zubats after the missed three from Damian Lillard. That one goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Lillard the pass to Covington. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard misses.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
George up top, defended by Jones. And here's Morris for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Got to put a body on Nurk. Just too big down low.
Clippers leading by 10. George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Can't cash in from close range.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Here's George after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic. Morris finds George. Fires the three. Los Angeles with another miss.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, they can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Los Angeles leading by 8. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And that one drops. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Giles. McCollum outside. No good on the three. The Clippers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Batum wide open. He fires. And Cousins kicks to Batum. Kennard for 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 10. And the dunk by Powell.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
McCollum against Jackson. Pass to Oturu. Back to Jackson. Here's Oturu. Stolen by McCollum. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Powell, no one around him. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Giles has got his first points in this one.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good with the triple. Clippers leading by 8. Rondo drives in. Cousins, the pass to Mann. And here's Kennard. He dishes it to Cousins. With the teardrop, the shot's good. Cousins has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. McCollum against Rondo. Launches it. And McCollum is good for 3.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Offside Rondo. Kicks it to Cousins. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Cousins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
McCollum passes to Simons. Anthony on the wing. Now here's Little. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Rondo passes to Kennard, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard surveying the D. And that one goes long.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Free throw line jump shot. Again, the Clippers. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with a great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
Three young, dynamic centers. There's a good name.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And Beverly kicks to George. Here's the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You have to be ready for this. Defensively, Morris has a terrific pull-up. Maybe a better choice for him than taking it to the rack.
Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Leonard with no one around. That three off the mark.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Los Angeles.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Marcus Morris.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
And here's Portland. 11-point game. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. It's good from long range.
Yeah, that one seemed to be just outside the building. McCollum showing off his deep range.
To the paint. Outside for George. From past the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Do you want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, cans the three.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
So the Clippers with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. Hi, everyone. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Yusuf Nurkic, Damian Lillard out there with Jones. Then it's Little, and it's Covington in at the 4. And for the Nets, we've got Durant. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here is Durant. From deep. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
And here's Harden after the 3-pointer from Robert Covington. Harden can't hit.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Jones, no luck. The Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And it's KD with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Lillard against Irving. Passes it to Jordan. Shoots over Nurkic. No good from Jordan. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Jones, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, at some point, you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
How many times have we seen DeAndre Jordan take it off the window and convert? Boy, he is so good.
Now, here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here is Harden. Pass to Jordan. He kicks it to Durant. From deep 3-point range, Little with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Harden, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in for Durant. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Derek Jones. Lillard outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 5.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
A shot by Harden, wide open. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Cantor, the pass to Lillard. The tray. The rebound by the Nets.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Bruce Brown He's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for the Trailblazers, Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Lillard. Portland leading. Powell, no one around him. He kept alive.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The deep three from Harden. And Cantor pulls it down.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
McCollum passes to Giles. Cantor dishes to Powell. Here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Fires from deep. And no good that time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, up 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
They've got Harden. Green is out there with Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Claxton. The deep three from Harden. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Irving with the ball. Green deciding where to go with it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
This is his first free throw of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Jeff Green. Both shots good from the stripe. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Over Irving. Misses off the left iron. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Katie against McCollum. Lobs it up for Jordan, so they take the lead. And the Nets lead by 1.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
McCollum against Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love that Kyrie Irving doesn't settle for something on the perimeter. He goes right to the cup.
McCollum from deep three-point land. Again, McCollum missing. Brown gets to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Brown. Lets it go with a 3. And KD the bucket on the assist by Brown. KD's got the lead up to 4 now for Brooklyn. Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A 3 from McCollum. Here's Powell. Cantor. It's good on the putback.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Irving against McCollum. Irving, good.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Claxton the pass to Irving. Jordan against Anthony. 5 to shoot. And Anthony sends it back.
Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
Shoots the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anthony's got 5.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Irving looking over the floor. Offensive rebound. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
McCollum against Irving. McCollum outside. The pass to Cantor. Takes the 3. The shot that time not on target. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nets lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime program. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed by. It took them a while to get their legs. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game so far for DeAndre Jordan.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. You've got Little. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Jones in at the 2.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Harden against Jones. Harden left side to the middle. Jordan kicks to Harden. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Back to Harden. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Lillard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Passes it to Green. From the arc. For three, Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. Here's Simons. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Pass to Green. Will it go? No good that time.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Nailed from three-point land. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Harden, that's good.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Trailblazers. From deep. Pass to Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. From deep three-point range. And it's Lillard missing. The Nets have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Out to Harris. Beyond the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Lillard from outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. Kevin Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3.
That's what you call filling the lane to perfection. Anthony with the quick hitting bucket.
Nets trail by 4. Harden outside. Brown the pass to Harden. Back to Brown. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Powell finds Cantor. Back to Powell. Now Cantor, guarded by Jordan. A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Brown. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. It's stolen by Anthony. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And stolen by Jordan. Inside, stolen by McCollum. Unhindered, going all the way. Fades away. Misses off the right iron. And a deep 3 from Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And taken away by Brown. Here's Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Durant's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And McCollum launches it from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 2. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Now Harden. Harris outside. To the paint. Jordan inside. He's covered by Cantor. Excellent D from Cantor.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Anthony, no one around. Tips it. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his third foul of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Anthony. Little comes in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. From deep Harden. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Now here's Lillard to the inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Poked away, stolen by Cantor. And McCollum now atop the key. Finished off the break. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
The 3 from Harden. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. Fires the 3. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Little. And it's a 9-point Portland lead.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Harris passes to Harden. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And he makes good on the layup. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Harden way outside. Another miss by Harden.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Offensive rebound. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on James Harden. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And the basket by Lillard. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach. A defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Jeff Green. Three-pointer, Lillard, but they get it back. Jones kicks to Covington. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And a deep three from Harden. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Harden's got 12 points here in the second half. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
And a deep three from Lillard. Portland no good that time either. Nets trail by 8. Durant down low. Covington's there. Harris misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And a wide open look for Irving. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, Mr. Harris in the clutch. Welcome to the show.
Here's Lillard.
Yo, check that. Hey, go here.
From deep three-point range. And so it's Portland winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Little in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Covington against Giannis. Covington's shot is off. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton inside the three-point line, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
In the corner, it's Little. Lillard scanning the floor. A three ball. And Lopez pulls it down.
Defensive breakdown. And they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And now here comes Jones leading the break. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. The three for DiVincenzo. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Taken away by Holiday. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Middleton trying to break free with the second effort. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And you have to be right up on Holiday. When you're not, he's ready to take those quick shots.
Down low, here's Nurkic, and two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Brook Lopez.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Look, I love to see more of this from Lopez. He has the size to be a force on the glass.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying. Oh!
Textbook. Oh, wow. In your face.
Lillard against Holiday.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Stolen by Tucker. There's the lob to Portis.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Powell kicks to McCollum. For 3. It's not going to go for him. And Milwaukee the other way now.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
The 3. Powell for 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Milwaukee leading by 6. Pass to Connaughton. Here's Forbes. Offline with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Anthony's shot is off. If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Little comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Inside, Portis had a hand on it.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Milwaukee's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here is Forbes. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. Simons surveying the D. It's McCollum on the wing. And so it's Milwaukee in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Holiday. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Portis kicks it to Tucker. And too long on the shot.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. McCollum against Holiday. Powell with the steal. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Powell to pass to Giles. Nice move. And it's good on the way in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside Holiday. And Tucker kicks to Connaughton. High arcing shot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
The Bucks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum outside. Pass to Giles. Over Giannis. And it's Giles missing.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Antetokounmpo. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Giannis has got his second bucket of the night. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Powell kicks to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Portis.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
To the paint. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Giles kicks to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cantor. And the pass to Giles. They shoot again. Out to Anthony. Pass to Powell. Back to McCollum. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Portis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Giannis passes to Connaughton. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's McCollum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And it's Lopez penetrating, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And what I like about Lopez is his throwback game. He's most dangerous when he's operating close to the basket. Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Holiday against Covington. Here's Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Giannis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Over to the wing. Jones kicks to Covington. Lillard way outside. Oh, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the...
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 11. And you, big fella, let's go. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
On the floor for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Little. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Outside Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Nurkic with the steal. The feed now to Jones. It's stolen by Teague. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running and stolen by Lillard. Pass to Little.
Now, I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Good D by Covington.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Little dishes to Lillard. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Lillard from outside knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long distance shot, you know it's cash.
Here's Teague. 2 points. That one goes.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and Chris Middleton pulls it down. Bucks leading by 10. Lopez kicks to Middleton. On the wing, DiVincenzo fires for three. Portland grabs the miss. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Nurkic with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Teague against Lillard. Launches a three. Again the miss by Lillard.
Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Nurkic with the steal. Jones the pass to Covington. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Ahead. And Giannis throws it down.
And this helps build chemistry. Lopez looking to share the ball wherever he can.
Lillard up top. He's got 5, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter. Middleton looking it over, and there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Teague. Lopez kicks it to Tucker. On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's guarded by McCollum. Just 3 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Holiday in for Chris Middleton. From deep. No good. Shot missing. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And the Bucks miss again. Trailblazers trail by 10. Here's Giles. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
1:14 left to play in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And here's McCollum for 3. Trains the three-pointer. McCollum's got 8 points.
Well, in the range of McCollum, he continues to expand. Brilliant at measuring these long shots.
Holiday against Anthony. Passes to Tucker. Here's Connaughton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Anthony against Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And so it's Milwaukee bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Bucks leading by 7. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The shot by Holiday, no good. Holiday's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Lillard from deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
DiVincenzo against Nurkic. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
A deceptive guard. Holiday draws fouls by keeping his defenders always on their heels over the course of the game.
Cantor checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
To the middle, here's Middleton. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Lillard misses, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 4. Now here is Holiday. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Giannis kicks to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Lopez. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. McCollum finds Lillard. Count that bucket. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Cantor against Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Giannis with it. He's against Cantor.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
That free throw, no good. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he can't hit the second. Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
A great awareness on the floor from Cantor right there. Spots an opening and feeds for the assist.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Middleton outside. Deflects the pass. And Holiday, here we go. Lillard with the rebound.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player. And these are the spots Lopez has been in before. He knows how to deliver them.
Lillard against Holiday to take the lead. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. Holiday looking for an opening. Here's Antetokounmpo. He kicks to Forbes. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possession. Turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And it's the Bucks on the break. And the dunk by Giannis.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Stolen by Holiday. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter.
Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Holiday, the pass to Lopez, and stolen by Lillard. A three from McCollum. There's the pass to Canner. Kicks to Little. Over in the corner, Lillard. Over Holiday. Lillard misses. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Right, but once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
And here's Holiday. Yes!
And they do have a foul to give.
Lillard outside. From deep. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.